I just hit the takeoff button, hold it.
Today, drones serve many purposes.
So then when it's up,
the same drone a farmer uses to monitor his cattle
I would go like over the ditch.
Can be used by law enforcement to secure a crime scene.
So right now I'm flying around in the attic.
DJI drones are the reason for that accessibility. The Chinese manufactured unmanned aircraft has cornered the market on commercial drones in the U.S. King County Sheriff Sergeant Jason Stanley says that's because they offer a cheaper price with some of the best technology available.
From our perspective, they're a superior product to anything else that's out there that's even semi-affordable.
But Congress deems these drones a national security risk.
The Chinese Communist Party is working to undermine American sovereignty by forcing Americans to rely and depend on unsecure communist Chinese technology. Nowhere is this more evident than in the drone industry.
A bipartisan-backed bill by the House of Representatives calls for a ban on new DJI drones.
Going to take off manually.
The same drones that are regularly used by our local government agencies for inspecting infrastructure and surveying storm damage.
How much has the use of drones changed policing?
Significantly.
This other guy here, we use it at night.
It replaces the need for a first responder to physically enter a dangerous situation.
This guy takes about 7 minutes to set up.
The King County Sheriff's Office alone has 40 DJI drones they use on a daily basis.
You get the advantage of having small agencies without big budgets, the ability to have an air unit, essentially. A DJI ban would cripple all those departments.
Some small business owners worry a ban could hurt them too.
When you take that away, now all of a sudden that profit margin is going to shrink again.
Lucky Farms in Lake Stevens, like many in the agriculture industry, use a drone for efficiency.
I'm going to turn the drone on.
To count their cattle, check fence lines, and floodgates.
If we did not have the drone, we would have to go to a public boat launch that's miles and miles away and check the gates from out in the actual river.
These drones are accessible, but at what cost? Cybersecurity expert Eric Moore says there's good reason for Congress to consider banning new DJI drones going forward.
Chinese political parties really do have their control over Chinese corporations.
DJI claims it's unfairly singled out because it's neither owned nor controlled by the Chinese military. But lawmakers fear espionage, worrying the company's mass collection of data in the U.S. could be used to help Chinese surveillance efforts.
DJI does have significant security. At the same time, they do have control over the device, as the chips on the devices could be rewritten to other purposes.
The other argument to ban new DJIs is to build more reliance on U.S. drone companies. There are plenty of American drone makers, even several right here in Western Washington, but manufacturing costs are higher in America, and the U.S. relies on countries like China for its supply chain. So the prices can't compete with DJI.
I wasn't looking to go spend $20,000 or more on a drone system. For a couple $100, I had something that worked really, really well.
And it does pretty good.
The King County Sheriff's Office has received $600,000 in grants to fund its drone program.
I'm gonna fly out the upstairs window and fly back in a downstairs window.
But Sergeant Stanley says moving forward, American-made drones would cost up to 50% more.
Put this guy away.
That cost would fall on taxpayers.
If the abilities of the drones and the capabilities of the drones take 4 or 5 steps backwards and the price goes up, that's terrible for the American people and let alone our local community members here.
Moore believes the U.S. companies will catch up faster if the Chinese drones are banned.
As they scale up, those price points will come down also.
We would all love that, but so far we're not there.
Regardless, drones are becoming a necessity in more and more industries.
We want to make sure especially that the U.S. interests and U.S. innovation and U.S. security is a big part of how we guide that process forward.
The DJI drones have narrowly escaped a ban in the U.S., at least for now. A defense bill passed by Congress last week gives DJI 1 year to show their drones don't pose a national security risk. If they fail to do so, their new technology would be barred in the U.S. For King 5 News, I'm Drew Andre.